Family, as I think about my role as a minister, as a teacher, as a counselor, as a confidant, I recognize that we tend to focus on two things. We put a lot of emphasis on worship, how we worship, whether or not worship is spiritual, scriptural, whether or not the worship would be acceptable to God. Then the other thing is how people live. And unfortunately, people do not always enjoy the lives that they could potentially enjoy because so many people are overwhelmed, they're frustrated, they're hurting. It is my belief that we need to make sure that our worship is pleasing and acceptable to God, that it is indeed in spirit and in truth. At the same time, without sacrificing or compromising attention to worship, we need to help people to have hope and help those who are feeling helpless to find strength and stamina, stability. Some people are financially depleted. Some are physically in pain. There are individuals who are mentally experiencing anguish. There are some who are emotionally unsettled, and individuals who are spiritually low. On this Mental Health Monday, allow me to just share some very practical things that we can do if we find ourselves in any of those categories. And if you're not in those categories, keep living. Frustration will frustrate you at some point. The first and most important thing for us to begin with is an attitude adjustment. Our attitudes make such a difference in how we handle the frustrations of life. They make the difference in being a victim or a victor, a person who experiences victory. In baptism, we are born again. And you need to understand that you're born again to win, not to lose. So often people are bombarded with negative, self-defeating thought processes, negative messages that they've received from others, negative conclusions they've drawn about their life experiences. I want to encourage you to believe in yourself and to believe that what lies within you is the potential to overcome, to achieve, to accomplish great things. Your attitude may not change your reality, but it'll change how you approach your reality. Second thing is to have a proper perspective, which is a part of the attitude adjustment. We remember Philippians 4 and 13, where Paul says, I can. How many times do people say, I can't? I can. It's a perspective. It may not change, again, your reality, but perspective is how you view it. You have to view your reality as that which God is using to shape you, to make you. You have to view your reality as this is an opportunity for you to grow and not an opportunity for you to die. A third and important thing is to have a faith orientation. It's one thing to sing about God and how much you love God and the promises of God and the greatness of God. But certainly be aware, 1 John 4 and 4, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. See, I don't believe that people have heard enough that you can do it, you can be it, you can achieve it. I think people need to be reminded of the greatness and the potential that each of us has. Which brings me to my last thought. We have to redirect our misplaced confidence. A lot of times, what shakes people up is that someone has let them down, someone has disappointed them. Someone has not come through. Someone said something negative. Someone did not return a favor. You have to forgive people who have forsaken you or people who have failed you. If you don't let that go, you will let yourself go. And what I mean by letting yourself go, you know how it is to see people who are angry or bitter or resentful. They can have a disposition that betrays any efforts to disguise their truest frustrations. They may dress well, smell well, but there's something about them you can see in their eyes, you can see in their faces, you can see in their body language. That's why you have to let it go before you let yourself go. I believe that you need strength, stamina, and stability as we even prepare to receive prayer requests on tonight. Be confident that you have been born again to win and not to lose. This has been another installment of A Few Minutes with the Minister.